wonderful world of Plentiful Acres. I'm James Wills, the owner of Plentiful Acres, and I want to welcome you to what is going to be probably one of the most incredible journeys that I've ever been on, and I hope you'll go with me through the journey. Now, you might be asking yourself, what possible journey could we be going on? Well, we're going to start with the humble beginnings of a little bit of retail. Then we're going to hop into e-magazine, and then webinars, and just to round things out, I don't know, maybe a historical village with a farm, and who knows, maybe a wedding and event center. And along with that comes a village that has a special honeymoon night suite just for the couple, as well as cottages for the parents, a little mini hotel bed and breakfast type thing for the siblings, and then special groom suites and bridal suites for the bride and groom for the night before. It's just going to be an incredible journey. Then we hop into a couple special restaurants and a hotel. It's a boutique hotel, so it's not a chain. And so that's just the beginnings. And there's one main e-magazine, but I've got ideas for about 5 other ones, and as we grow and build, we will expand into those others. So, as I said, welcome to the wonderful world of Plentiful Acres. You're seeing the very beginnings of it, and as you watch this video, you will see bits and pieces about each area, and I hope you'll stick around for the journey. And at the end of the video, you'll see how to contact me if you're interested in becoming a part of this. This is for you investors who would like to be a part of something that is probably going to knock the socks off of people. And just by the way, if you're wondering, the e-magazine, it's going to start out nationwide in English. Second year Spanish will be added. And within 5 years, we'll be in 142 languages, is what is planned. And it'll be global. So, just to let you know, we have big plans. And I hope you want to be a part of it. Now watch the rest of the video, and you'll see things about the specific areas of all of Plentiful Acres. Thank you for watching this far, and keep watching. You'll find out a lot more about a lot of the things that we're doing. We are a small boutique company that is going to grow into a large company with many facets. So, if you're interested in investing, you can get a hold of us at plentiful.acres.llc@gmail.com. Now, our inventory right now is lye soaps, hand poured candles, glass, fused glass, birdhouses, bird feeders, and that type of thing. We are going to be setting up a store, and we would like for you to see some of the items. As we get them made, we'll take pictures and post them at our Facebook page. So please check in frequently, and like us on Facebook. We'll talk to you soon. Hello, this is James Wills, and I want to talk to you about making inventory for Plentiful Acres. Hi, I'd like to talk to you about our e-magazine. Yep, we're doing an e-magazine, and it's going to be a nationwide publication, and it will be about 80 to 100 pages long. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's going to be huge. Yeah, it will be. But I'll tell you the reason why. There's 34 sections. It replaces 6 to 8 other magazines. So you can come to us and see and get all the information that is covered in 6 to 8 other magazines in one spot. That's first. Second, we are only allowing advertising. It's usually going to be 1, possibly 2 ads per article. It's not going to be mainly ads and a few articles thrown in. Third, this is going to have some incredible photography in it. We're going to have freelance photographers. They will get the article, and then they will envision what the perfect photos will be to accompany that article. If it's about a blueberry farm, don't only expect to see blueberries. Maybe see a blueberry farmer hard at work. Or maybe see a blueberry pie sitting on the windowsill cooling. You never know what you might see. It may be the flower on a blueberry bush. You see, each photographer will send in maybe 30 to 40 pictures, and then our editors will pick the perfect pictures to accompany that article. Now, maybe only 3 to 4 of those pictures will be used. However, all the pictures will be archived. And then, you never know when those other pictures may be used. We may come up with something that would just be perfect for those archived pictures at some point. Now, the Ultimate Healthy Lifestyle magazine, which is our first magazine, is going to be that mainstay for us. That is our phase 2. Because it is going to be our mainstay, we are focusing a lot of resources and a lot of energy on it. We're going to have the editors, we're going to have freelance writers, we're going to have photographers, we're going to have graphic designers, layout designers, everything that you can imagine. The only thing we're not going to have is printers, because we are not going to have a print quota. We're not going to have the printing costs. We're going to be able to ship it anywhere and everywhere at the blink of an eye. And so, yes, it's not going to be an inexpensive magazine. I will tell you that right now. we are estimating, we are planning on charging $10.99 an issue, or I think a year's subscription is $70. Okay, you might think, oh, that sounds like a lot of money. Now check the newsstand and check some of the other magazines out there. Number one, you don't have as many pages. Number two, you get mainly advertisement. Number three, check the quality of the magazine before you start comparing us to other magazines. And, oh, by the way, like I said, it's our first magazine. We do have plans for a second one, but it'll be a limited run magazine. And that's about 3 years down the road. Then I've got ideas for 5 other magazines, which are down the road. It all centers right now around the Ultimate Healthy Lifestyle magazine. So, I hope you're interested, and I hope you'd like to be on board with us, because we would love to have you on board. At the end of this video, you can see how to contact me. If you want more information, do so, and I will answer any questions you might have, and would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. I'd like to talk to you about Phase 3. Phase 3 is the webinar series. Now, it's going to be housed in the main office complex that is going to be built. It is in a structure that is U-shaped, and the e-magazine will be in part, the corporate offices will be in part, and the other part will be the webinar area. Now, the webinar area has all the editing area and some studios, and include, it'll have the cooking studios, it'll have test kitchen, it'll have sewing studios, craft studios, plus we'll also have like the heritage farm, and we will have the self-sustainability farm to shoot at. When we get done, there will be over 200 webinars that people can subscribe to. Once people subscribe, they can download them and watch them over and over if they'd like. They are going to be copyright protected and trademarked. Now, in the download, there's also going to be a little thing that allows them not to be copied. So, they are protected because that will protect our investment. Now, I want you to understand, this is a huge section that will do a lot of things. And eventually we will do some traveling with it. And I look to also have a section of some celebrity things, and the possibilities are really endless. So that 200 plus might turn into 300 plus. You just never know. And it'll just keep growing. Things always change, things always evolve, and I look forward to all of the things that are possible. So, I hope that this helps pique your interest in our project, and that you are considering investing. And if so, all the information is at the end of the video for you to get a hold of me, and we can talk more about the project in its entirety. And if you are only interested in a certain part of the project, that is fine too. So, thank you for listening, and have an incredible day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. For this phase, this is the Wedding and Event Center. Well, this is more than just your average wedding and event center. You're talking to somebody who is got a little more vision than that. Actually, I got a lot more vision than that. It'll be in a big gambrel barn. Okay. And it'll have a loft just on the sides and across one end, with a sweeping staircase at the end. It'll be able to seat 450 people. Now, picture this. It is about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the evening. It's starting to get dark. So it's dim outside. And 8-foot chandeliers start to lower from the ceiling down in the middle of the barn. Approximately 5 to 7 of them. They lower till they get level with the loft. As they lower, they get brighter and brighter. And then you have the illumination of these beautiful chandeliers. Now, you have picked out the chairs, you've picked out the tables, you've picked out the arrangement of those. We have a complete commercial kitchen, so we do all the catering. We have a full bakery to do the wedding cake and all that. In parts of the building, we have all the necessity areas. Then we also have a place for the bride and groom. And on the sweeping staircase, there's lots of possibilities. But mainly that place will be for receptions. We can hold a wedding in there too, if they want. But we also, along with this center, you see, that's just a little mundane for me. So I thought, oh, what more can we do? How about a nice gazebo outside? Nice Victorian style gazebo. Elegant, impeccably landscaped. Then there's a pond, also landscaped, with the cat tails and the rushes, and if you can picture it, walkways along and around. And if that's not enough, there will be a couple of buildings that will house extra tableware and glassware, because you'll get to choose from several patterns of china and glassware. Also, you'll get to choose from several styles of chairs and tables, and linens as well. Oh, and if you want an indoor wedding at a chapel, well, instead of having it at a church and then having everybody drive over to the reception, how about using our chapel? we'll have one right there on site. So, and it'll be a post and beam barn, and it can be dressed from rustic to elegant. It will have several styles of chairs available to be done up any way that you pretty much want. We can do an indoor like hoopah, or we can do the, the trellises and the candelabras, or just whatever you can imagine, we can pretty much do. We will have available for our guests, for our couples, I should say, pretty much anything to make their wedding the absolute destination wedding of their dreams, even if they live nearby. Okay? Now, here's the goal. See, we're going to have a big website because of some of the other parts of Plentiful Acres. So the Wedding Center and Event Center is going to be publicized nationwide. Yep, you got it. I am going to make sure that everybody in this country knows that we have a wedding center and an event center. Every corporation is going to find out about it. We're going to hold meetings and such there. Now, here's the cool part. When we don't have a wedding or a meeting scheduled, then the interior of the event center becomes a farm-to-table restaurant. It'll be publicized on our Facebook page. You look there for a specific area of our Facebook page, and it will tell you when the farm-to-table restaurant is open for the following week and the hours. Now, so if that's not enough, then depending on how successful this setup is, I have in the back of my mind, because it's going to be advertised nationwide, and the flexibility and the possibilities that come along with, and there will be like complete videos available telling about the wedding center and event center. So, here we go. I figure within a year, we are going to be so far booked in advance that possibly 1 or 2 additional event centers and wedding centers will have to be built with all the extra things that I mentioned. Okay. Now, before you think I'm getting ahead of myself, I said possibly. Okay? Depending on how far ahead we get booked. Now, I want to make them destination centers. Okay? Because of this, each one will be unique. Have their own special charm, own special style, and a little bit of fabulousness thrown in there. Unique to the core. Each one being the ultimate destination for a wedding and reception that there can be. and you'll see how we're going to complete the picture in later phases. So, I hope this has whetted your appetite, and I hope you continue watching because there's more to come. And at the end of this video, you will see how you can contact me if you're interested in investing or getting a hold of me if you have questions and that you need answered before you decide. So let me know, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And from Jim here at Plentiful Acres, I'm signing off, and you watch the rest of the video. There is lots more to watch. Thanks. I'd like to talk to you about the 1920s Italian-American village and heritage farm experience center. Now, this is a unique place. It consists of approximately 40 buildings. It has cement walkways. For those who can't get around as well, it has rickshaws. We have lemonade stands. We have ice cream vendors. We have pretzel vendors. We have a 3-sided food court. Each side having its own unique food selections. Since we are connected with the Healthy Lifestyles magazine, they're not all like ultra healthy, but they're like one side is Mediterranean. Okay, because it's Mediterranean, it's a little more on the healthy side. We're trying to stay away from deep fried, but it's fun. You'll be able to look out from the tables and benches and see all around you. In the wintertime, when it's open, there will be walls that close, so it'll be heated and you'll still be able to enjoy your meal. We'll have, oh my word, just everything under the sun is going to be available. We'll have weavers, we'll have spinners, we'll have woodworkers, candle makers, chocolatiers, oh my word, bakery, and all this stuff, all the major things, we are doing something that is very unique. We are going to do an apprenticeship program and an internship program. We don't want these things to get lost in the shuffle. So, we're going to make sure and pass them down. And, in the meantime, people can learn a lot. Now, like I said, this is an experience center. Okay, the Heritage Farm, which is hooked to the Italian-American village, is a place where we'll have cattle and sheep and hogs and goats and chickens and just all kinds of animals. Now, there's one thing unique about this. All the breeds are endangered. We are going to be hooked up with the National Conservancy for Livestock, and we will have an actual farm at another location where the breeding program actually is. But we will have on display some of the animals for people to learn about, see, and experience. Because we will have, like, with the cattle, we'll have bulls and rams with the sheep and goats and, you know, everything. Well, they are very unpredictable. And I can't chance having someone injured at the park. So, an off-site breeding area is the best solution. Now, there will be a gate where people pay their admission. They come in, they can spend the day. They can have like a day pass, a 2-day pass, or a 3-day pass. There's all kinds of things to do and see and learn. There's a kids section. Oh my word. I can't even start to tell you everything about this. If you want to learn more, let me know. And you can get a hold of me at plentiful.acres.llc@gmail.com. And all my contact information is at the end of this video. So, I will be looking forward to hearing from you if you want to know any more information. And any size investment is welcome. So, have a fabulous day, and we'll see you in the next segment. Our phase is phase 6, which is Xanadu, the restaurant. Now, Xanadu is a very special restaurant. It is an ethereal theme with statuary and all types of private dining room areas, as well as banquet rooms that will hold up to 450 Sunday brunch after wedding guests. Wedding and event center. Now, that's why we're building the restaurant. But not only that, but we'll do tableside service and a lot of special amenities for the more discerning palate and customer. So if you'd like to be a part of it, please invest with us and be a part of Plentiful Acres LLC. We hope you will, and we hope to see you soon. Well, I want to talk about Phase 7, Hotel Shangri-La. It's going to be a boutique hotel. It's going to be unlike pretty much anything that you've ever seen before. It's going to have at least 500 rooms, all types of configurations, and it will have all types of amenities. This is going to be for a lot of wedding guests and for other people as well. When you check in, you have immediate ability to use the concierge and so many more things. There will be 2 parking garages nearby, and you'll have the village and the restaurants nearby, and just everything at your fingertips. Now, this hotel is going to be something that is going to be unique in the area, and probably unique to Indiana. So, if you're interested in investing, please get a hold of us, and if you want to hear more, I'd love to talk to you in person and answer any questions you might have about Hotel Shangri-La. Thank you for your time. The restaurant. Okay. This is the Serendipity restaurant. Okay. Now, you know about the other one. So, Serendipity is kind of an international, Mediterranean, just like everything else we do, is going to be very unique. The surroundings is going to be one of elegance, but not highbrow. It's one of those that you would feel comfortable in a pair of jeans and a shirt, even a t-shirt. However, you probably wouldn't wear a t-shirt there. You'd probably want a better shirt. But you'd actually feel comfortable there in a t-shirt. I wanted highbrow enough in elegance, but yet comfortable enough for everybody. Now, it will also have a banquet hall that will hold at least 450 people, so that the after-wedding brunches can be held there. So the bride and groom have even a bigger selection to choose from, having a second restaurant to choose from their menu as well, of what they do. So it really is like having your cake and eating it too. Now, I realize that you're probably saying, okay, we're having two, like, 3 or 4 star restaurants in this little burg because of a wedding center, at least one wedding center. Okay. Really? Yeah, really. Phase 8 will only happen if we grow to that point. Or I should say, when we grow to that point. I'm not saying how soon that will happen. It may take 10 or 15 years before that happens. But know that the plans are there. Okay? I'm not going to run out and build Phase 8 just at the drop of a hat. I've got better planning skills than that, number one. Number two, like you said, the small burg, but the destination wedding and event centers, depending on how they're booked, how the first one books, and the others may come along, then we're talking, okay, this could become a necessity. And we can also draw not only from the local crowd, but we have several major cities fairly close. And when I had a restaurant here before, I drew people even from Chicago down to it. And I had it in a smaller burg than Crawfordsville. So, if I can do it once, because of my reputation, I can do it again. And, believe me, when it's all said and done, people are going to flock to this place. Not only because of weddings and events, but even not with those not in play, people will want to come to these restaurants because they're going to hear about it everywhere. You see, we're going to be everywhere in the media. Social media in every form. We're going to be, the website will cover them constantly. you'll be able to see the menu, see, book reservations, do the whole 9 yards for basically everything. Okay? So, this is the thing. When we grow to that point, it is already planned, and I hope you'll come for the ride. Because by phase 8, this is going to be one wild ride. And it will be a lot of fun. And we'll be growing, and by then the magazine will be global. And we'll probably be on the 2nd or 3rd magazine by then too. So, think about it. Do you want to be a part of something that is just sitting there? Or do you want to be a part of the movers and shakers and something that can really people will take notice of? Ask yourself, where do I want my money at? Something that will really grow into something that has to have 8 phases, or something that is nice and neat in a little box and they'll sit there. The choice is really yours. And I'm hoping that you're intrigued by what you've seen, and at the end of this video you will use the contact information and get a hold of me, and we can have a discussion.